and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good morning. Just over 6 months ago, our world changed forever. We found out we were not alone in the universe. We were invaded by an overwhelming force that claimed to come from the stars. Since then, our cities, including this one, have been ravaged by destruction and chaos, the likes of which have never been seen. And from the start, another group rose up to fight these invaders. They identified themselves as humans and asked to be called the Power Rangers. The fact that our planet was becoming a battleground for their war seemed of no concern. Then, over a month ago now, we watched as one of their own attacked Angel Grove with their giant weapons, as they fought amongst themselves on the doorstep of the Californian city's General Hospital. They may very well be American. They may have helped fend off the invaders many times. But now they are leveling cities in their own private civil war. This cannot stand. As of this moment, I am issuing a shoot-on-sight order for these Power Rangers. Now, if they are indeed human, if they are Americans, they have two choices: turn themselves in, or surrender to us the Power Ranger that attacked Angel Grove, and submit to government oversight. If they do that, we may consider trying to work with them. Vigilantism will not be tolerated, no matter the stakes. They either work with us, or we will take steps to stop this threat, once and for all. Power Rangers, if you are hearing this, then believe me when I say, no country on the planet will give you a better offer. Thank you. There will be no questions.
Right here, Mr. President. Yes, no.
Far, far above on Earth's moon, Goldar sits watching this from the Repulsa's command chair on the ship's main view screen. He smirks.
Maybe we can do more than wait.
Huh?
What did he say?
The two look on confused as Goldar marches from the bridge to the genetic science lab.
Finster.
Yes, General.
No need to cower. I'm not executing you. Yet.
Then what is it you need?
A creature. A monster so terrible that the Rangers have no choice but to act to save wherever we unleash it. One stronger than any they have yet faced.
My materials are almost completely gone, and the Emperor said...
I know what the Emperor said, but there is no reason we cannot be productive while we wait. If we can force the Power Rangers out of hiding, we will open them to an all-out assault from their own kind.
I suppose I could work up something. That for what you are asking will take the last of my stock. This will be it, and it likely won't succeed. We know that from experience.
I don't need it to win. We may not be able to destroy them, but we can destroy their will to fight for a people that hate them.
If you want to act, then why not do what Bandora never did? Why not attack them in their civilian lives? Take the coins from them.
The Emperor said he wants to deal with them himself, his way. But there is no reason I can't help get this world ready for him. We will turn the planet against the Rangers. And when Lord Zed arrives, he will find a thankful world, primed for his rule.
I'll see what I can do.
Kimberly Hart has done everything she can to make her life normal again these past few weeks. At first, she protested. Then she threatened to leave home. But eventually, she accepted the fact it was over. And a part of her was glad for that. She had also made a point of not seeing Tommy, sans a few awkward looks across the hall. He wanted space? She would give it to him. She now walks down the stairs of her family home and smiling as she sees her dad, but frowning when she notices the luggage beside him.
Dad? Another business trip?
No, Kimmy. I'm leaving.
Leaving? What do you...
It's for the best. Your mom and I. We haven't been good for years. And it's not right to pretend anymore. That's not fair. Oh, no, so are you.
But where are you going? What will happen to us?
The house is yours. Your mom's, I mean. I will rent somewhere in town until I can get something more permanent.
But,
Tears now well in her eyes.
I don't want you to go.
Sorry, Kimmy. It's happening. But I'll see you as much as you want. I'll only be in the city. You can visit any time.
But what about the secret?
No one needs to know about that. Don't tell anyone. Ever. You saw the news. It's good you left when you did. That's all in the past. Now, you concentrate on passing that calculus exam, you hear?
Yeah, I guess.
And if you speak to any of your old friends, tell them that they should take the offer. Anything else isn't worth thinking about.
Oh, Dad, do you have to go?
Yes, Kimmy. I'm afraid I do.
Later that day, the other 4 Rangers now gather in the command center to discuss the address.
But what can they actually do? They've shot at us before and it didn't even scratch the paint.
They have attacked your Zords with less than full might, and on foot you will be vulnerable, especially if you choose not to fight back.
Yeah, we aren't fighting back.
But how far would they go? Surely they wouldn't, nuke the Megazord, right? Okay. Maybe.
That's if we could even form the Megazord. Without Kim.
What do you think we should do, Zordon?
I think we should remain vigilant, but always remember that they are irrelevant in this conflict at this time. You are what matters.
So we should what? Ignore it?
What if we are needed again?
Why would we be? Like Zordon said, Pandora has nothing left. She can't attack again.
I said she didn't have the power to invade again, but attacks that she knows she can't win in a vain attempt to weaken you. That, Rita Pandora, is more than willing to do.
Exactly. We might want to think about taking this deal.
We can't turn in Tommy.
No, we can't.
What if we lie?
Under oath?
Hey, no one said anything about a trial here. All we have to do is tell them the Green Ranger died in the fight. Say he was one of hers. They never saw his face.
And if Tommy wants to use his powers again?
Then we say we gave the powers to someone else. What about our identities? Do we expose ourselves like that? No. That's where we draw the line. The helmets stay on.
Rangers, you cannot risk your powers falling into the wrong hands. I cannot permit you to contact your ruling body.
You cannot permit? Hey! You are our guide with these powers, and normally we follow your advice. But don't tell us what to do.
Jason, you can't actually think that taking this deal is a good idea. They will try and take our coins as soon as we meet with them.
I can't believe that. They know they need us. Until they don't. Say they manage to steal our coins. Say they find a way to use them for people they can tell what to do.
Or they control us. If we start taking orders from them, we wouldn't be much more free than Tommy was.
We have to at least consider it. I've considered, and it's a no. We can't fight a war on 2 fronts! What if we are needed, but we can't act because we are too worried about being shot at by the people we are trying to protect? We have the ability to stop them from doing anything we don't want them to. We should at least talk to them. See what their terms are.
And if they don't believe us about Tommy, then what? People died. They will want justice for that.
Rangers, Jason, you are correct. I cannot tell you what to do, but you all must take a few days to consider what has been said, and what consequences there will be if you do take this course of action.
All right. You're right. Let's not rush into this.
In the meantime, we will continue to test the pterodactyl power coin to see if it can be used by anyone else.
I really thought she'd be back by now.
It's not her fault. Her dad.
Yeah.
Return home, Rangers. We will reconvene in 2 days and discuss this matter again.
Tommy Oliver walks the halls of Angel Grove High in silence towards his locker, opening it and putting his books away for the day. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees someone walking towards him. Kimberly. Thankfully for him, she passes him and goes to her own locker nearby. They both continue what they were doing in awkward silence, until...
So, how have you been?
You know. The same.
Oh. Good,
I'm seeing a therapist, so that's... something.
Oh, well, that's good. You haven't, told them?
No. It's hard to open up about what I'm feeling when I have to lie about it. But no, alright? I haven't told anyone.
Okay, well, good. And that photo that was taken of Billy, the one at the hospital, it was never cleared up enough for anyone to see it's him, so that's good.
Yeah. I have to go.
Oh, okay.
Tommy shuts his locker and begins to walk away down the hall.
I left, you know.
He stops and turns back to her.
What?
My dad made me quit right before he moved out this morning, so that's the thing.
What will they do without you?
Oh, they'll be fine. Do you still have it?
Yeah. I tried to throw it away, but I couldn't. Do you?
No. My dad grabbed it off me and threw it back to Zorda before I could do anything. I feel sick every now and then. Like a part of me is gone.
Maybe it's for the best.
But I'm not grounded anymore. My mom is so determined to throw out his rules that she said that it went with him too. So we could, hang out.
I'm not there yet.
Oh. Well, when you're ready.
Kim, I tried to kill you.
He stops, sighing as he looks around to make sure no one was around to hear his words.
I don't think I'll ever be there. And even if I was, you saw what the president said, right? I'm going to turn myself in.
Kimberly now grows wide-eyed, marching towards him and moving ahead of him to grab his shoulders and look into his eyes.
No! Tommy, you can't do that. If you do that, Rita wins.
I have to pay for what I did.
That wasn't you. That was... You twisted and spat out by evil. You can't blame yourself for that.
Then what do I do, huh? Tell me!
The two quickly stop talking as they hear footsteps behind them, straightening as Bulk and Skull walk their way down the hall and past them.
Uh-oh. Lover's tiff. Cheated on you, huh? That's what happens when you play around with spoiled ass Oliver.
Tommy turns to Bulk and clenches his teeth, his eyes growing dark.
Tommy, no. Leave it.
He doesn't hear her, charging back for them and jumps on the obese boy, throwing him on the floor and raising his fist, striking him in the face, hard.
Bulk! Get off him!
Bulk's lanky friend tries to jump on Tommy's back, trying to hook his arms, but Tommy lurches back and sends Skull falling back hard into a drinking fountain. Then goes back to Bulk, who is now scrambling to rise, forcing him on his back and strikes again, and again.
Stop, please! No more!
And again.
Tommy, stop! Tommy!
Teachers and other students arrive shortly and eventually are able to pull Tommy off of him, but not before completely destroying the other boy's face, Bulk's blood covering Tommy's right hand. Over 2 hours later, Kimberly is waiting for Tommy by the principal's office, looking up as he emerges.
Tommy! What did he say?
I'm suspended. Until further notice.
But the finals are...
I know! I told you to stay away from me. This is why.
So this is my fault? Tommy, you could have killed him.
Exactly! Finally you get it! That's who I am now! You may have taken away the control chip, but... this is who I am now. They flipped the switch, and I can't ever go back.
No, wait, I didn't mean...
Don't come near me again. Ever.
It's not a bad plan, if desperate to please.
Rita Bendor sits, her head in her hands behind the glowing red force field of the Repulso's brig, her faithful servant having come to visit her, as he does most days.
Is there anything you require today? Another book from your chambers?
I am still working on this one. Thank you.
Are you finding them useful?
Quite. My understanding of my family's old ways was rudimentary. Now, I am beginning to know it, as my mother did, and her mother before her. You are sure no one suspects?
To them, they are just books. You know the general stance on things he doesn't understand.
Indeed. And the cameras?
If they know we have replaced the feed with a loop, they haven't said so yet.
Rita now opens the book on the table before her and begins reading the incantation aloud, the red rune of her ring glowing as she passes her hand over the paper.
Dormanti Gala, Dorne de Ante.
Her eyes now glow as the power rises within her.
Yes. Yes, quite soon I will be ready.
Time! You are needed at your station, sir.
Rita closes the book with a start as the guard walks in, the glowing ceasing just as fast.
Yes, of course. That futile monster won't make itself. Good day, my queen.
And you, Finster. I will see you soon. Very soon.
Wow! Alpha, have you seen this?
What is it you are referring to, Billy?
Alpha now walks the main control platform of the command center to look over Billy's shoulder at the console. From it, a holographic projection of a massive Zord appears. It looks like a cross between the Dragon Zord and some of the others.
I was reading some more of the translated text, and it gave me an idea. I ran a simulation, and sure enough, the Dragon Zord can combine the other Zords! And this is just the first mode I thought it works. The texts call it Goryuzin. But as always, I think we can come up with something better.
Then it is a shame. The Green Ranger may never be one of us.
I don't know. Give him time. Uh-oh.
Ay, 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 ay! Something is leading an army of puppies and attacking your city of Atlanta, Georgia!
So much for no more resources.
As I feared. But so soon, I do not know what she is trying to accomplish.
What if she's trying to draw us out? What if they saw the president's speech?
Agreed. It may likely be a trap, but we have no choice.
But what about the Earth military, Zordon?
We had better hope they will see reason. Call the others.
Tommy sits now with his therapist in her office, her patience growing thin.
Tommy, I can't help you if you don't open up to me. Your mom says you were gone for days, but hasn't dared to press you on where you went. What happened? Why are you really here?
I hurt people. Someone had a sway over me and made me do terrible things to people I care about. And others. To others I did much worse.
Okay, that's something. Why?
I didn't have a choice. They made me.
We all have a choice, Tommy.
I didn't. They had something on me. Something I couldn't fight back against.
But you don't see these people now? You cut all contact with them?
Yes.
Good. That's a start. It means you're trying to fix things. What about your friends? Have you spoken to them? Tried to say sorry?
I can't. And every time I try it, it just makes things worse.
Running away from what happened, burying it will never make it go away, Tommy. You must face it head on. Do whatever you can to make it right. Show everyone you hurt that you have changed.
And what about those who did it to me?
You don't ever see them again.
I don't know if I have a choice in that.
Then confront them first with your friends by your side. You stand your ground and make sure they know you will never give in to peer pressure again. You surround yourself with the people who care for you, who want to make you the best version of yourself.
But I don't know if I can. Making it right is too
hard? Anything worthwhile always is. No matter how hard it is, you have to face it. Or what happened at school will continue to happen. If you repress this, you will continue to lash out, and you won't ever know why. You need to channel that anger in the right direction. A force for good.
At that moment, sounds of yelling are heard from outside. People yelling and running down the hall beyond the waiting room.
Oh,
She stands, opening the door and calling out to the receptionist at their desk.
What's all this noise about? I'm with a patient.
I think they saw the news.
What news?
The receptionist points to the wall-mounted television in the waiting room. On it is images of creatures attacking Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh my god. Not again.
Tommy stands and slowly walks over to the door, looking at the screen.
A force for good.
Tommy? Tommy, where are you going?
Thanks, Doc. I mean it. I know what I have to do now.
But...
He doesn't look back, and as he leaves the office, he reaches into his pocket, taking out his morpher.
Mastodon!
Triceratops!
Saber-toothed tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
The 4 remaining Power Rangers leap into battle, engaging the Golem soldiers in the heart of the scorched, abandoned streets, and dispatching them with practiced ease. Not even needing the aid of their weapons, as one by one, the putties fall to them until finally, they approach the creature leading the attack. It stands almost 9 feet tall, a mass of black, bubbling hate. It has arms, but no legs, holes where there should be eyes, and a row of knife-like teeth on both sides of what is almost a mouth.
Okay, well, that thing's terrifying.
I think that's the idea.
Then you said it ate someone.
Less talking, more firing. Use your blasters!
They all do as their leader commands, forming their uniform blaster weapons and fire in formation.
Well, that didn't work. Let me try something else.
Zack now swaps out his blaster for his axe in light and brings up the cannon in firing. Again the blast hits, the smoke clears, and the thing stands firm, undamaged.
We need to get close and engage it. Hell no on that, Jace.
As they decide what to do next, the creature lurches forward and lunges an extending black claw, swinging it for the Rangers and taking most of them down with one blow. The one left standing is Billy, who throws his lance, the creature absorbing it into its form.
Oh no.
Then swings its stretching black limb again and swipes him down too. Back in Angel Grove, in the household of Kimberly Hart, the former Pink Ranger sits watching all of this play out live on her television. Her mother at work, she is home all alone, which makes watching the fight from the sidelines that much worse.
God! If I was there, I would do something! Come on, guys! Use all your weapons at once!
Okay. Yes. We are being told that a large military task force is inbound from Fort Benning for Atlanta as we speak.
Oh no.
We will keep our cameras on the action for as long as we can.
Back in the city, Jason now stands and calls on his sword,
Power sword!
readying himself to charge.
Okay, that's it. I'm going in.
Need some backup?
The other Rangers look up to the sky behind them as the Green Ranger leaps from a nearby building, flipping over Zack, Billy, and Trini, and landing ahead of them next to Jason, raising his dragon dagger.
Tommy!
Figured you could use another hand.
Yes.
Hey, man.
What is this? It looks to be the Green Power Ranger that attacked Angel Grove, and he's working with them. We are as confused as you folks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is he? Oh my god.
Tommy, listen.
I know. It makes you a bigger target. If it comes to that, I'll handle it. But I can't sit back and do nothing anymore. After what I did, I need to make up for that. This is the only way I know how.
Welcome to the team.
For real this time. Let's do this.
The Green and Red Ranger raise their respective weapons and charge, leaping into the air, flying for a brief few seconds before coming down and slashing their blades in concert into the beast. It roars, but shows little damage. The 3 others come in and fire their blasters, aiming for what looks to be a fresh wound. Finally, the thing seems to be in pain.
That's it! Keep it up! Everything we have!
Back on board the Repulsa, Finster now makes his way to the brig for his daily checkup on his commander, his queen. He holds a tray with various ghoulish dishes upon it, some of the contents still moving. But as he turns the corner to his destined corridor, he frowns.
Where's the guard?
He then notices the brig door is open. No, not just open, blasted clean off, and below is a puddle of bubbling ooze. It takes getting closer to see what it is. In the center of the puddle is what remains of a golden imperial helmet.
Oh my!
He rushes into the brig room itself, stepping over the puddle to see Rita's cell empty.
Oh dear, I think the books worked.
Above on the bridge, Goldar sits watching a live cast of the battle from various world news feeds.
Interesting. The Green Warrior is something I did not expect. It would seem he has overcome our control. What?
General, I thought you would like to know that, well...
Spit it out, mongrel.
We have had a prison break. Bandora's cell is empty and there is a dreadful mess down there.
Sound the alarm. Lock down the ship. I want her found.
No need.
Goldar stands with a start as behind him in the shadows of the bridge stands Rita Bandora. Her eyes ring and rune at the center of her headpiece, glowing a vengeful red.
You escaped and came back up here? Did you forget how this went last time?
Last time I didn't have what I have now.
And what's that?
Power.
Rita extends her right hand, opening it. Her ring glows red as her staff pulls away with force from Goldar's grip, flying the length of the commander deck and into her hand.
You were right. I didn't know what this thing could do, but it isn't the only weapon of ancient power my mother gave me. And it's amazing what nothing but time to study her library can do.
All forces to the bridge, now!
Oh, your men? Yes, well, I took care of a few of them on the way here. There might be 2 or 3 left. And I doubt they'll get here in time.
This is treason.
I prefer to think of it as mutiny. Perhaps showing a little initiative will win me favor. If not, I will finish off what is left of that meat sack, and I will take his place.
I don't need a squad to take you.
Goldar charges for her. She smirks.
Oh, really?
She extends her staff, the rune at the center of the crescent glowing as Goldar is lifted off the deck and into the air in a glowing red mist.
I'm here to help you, Goldar. Your plan is solid, but you need to think larger.
She jerks her staff forward, sending him flying across the bridge. Babu and Squat, gasping and cowering beneath their hands as Goldar smacks into the frontmost metal wall, dropping to lay still on the deck below.
Anyone else?
The 2 submissive creatures shake their heads frantically.
Good.
She then turns and begins to walk back out of the room.
Where are you going, mistress?
Earth. This one needs a personal touch.
The streets of Atlanta, Georgia shake and rattle as the battle rages. The Rangers roll, duck, and leap to avoid shots from the creature as they hit with every weapon in their arsenal, and their own limbs when they get close enough.
We have it on the ropes! Tommy, let's try putting our weapons together!
Right!
The green and red Rangers stand almost 20 feet from the thing, crossing the silver blades of the red power sword and the dragon dagger. The weapons glow their respective colors and fire a combined blast. The monster howls as it is struck, its upper body now starting to catch fire.
How did you know they would do that?
I just did. My powers, you'll get used to it.
Billy and Trini now come forward, Billy recalling his lance in blue light and crossing it with Trini's daggers. Again, a power surge as blue and yellow light combines and fires. The black blob is now starting to melt from the shots.
My turn.
Zack now runs, leaps, and then flies down, striking his axe across the thing as he passes it, landing behind it as its left arm drops off. landing in a lifeless puddle on the floor.
Yeah! We got this, guys! Now let's
freeze!
The Rangers look up in shock as they are surrounded from all sides by the United States Army, tanks cutting off every street and taking aim.
By order of the President of the United States of America, you are ordered to stand down and come with us.
That thing's not dead yet. We need to finish this.
That isn't your problem anymore. Now put your hands on your heads, or we will open fire.
Don't do this. We are trying to help.
And him? He's with them.
The commander nods towards Tommy.
No, he's not.
Tell that to the people of Angel Grove.
It's not him. It's a new...
Okay, I surrender. You can have me. But let the others go after they finish this.
Not good enough. I'm gonna count them.
That was the deal. Me for their safety.
Only if they come with us and answer a few questions. Your names would be a good start.
We can't do that. Our families
are 3 seconds away from losing a loved one, buddy.
Oh, what do we have here?
What? Who is...
The humans now all look up as one, as the clear blue afternoon sky darkens, storm clouds gathering, the swirls of black clouds all seeming to form around a figure standing upon a building high above them, overlooking it all. Rita Bandora. Her staff glows red as it manipulates the weather around them, the daylight now fully giving way to a dark, stormy sky.
After all you have done for them, after all the lives you have saved, are they grateful? No. Why would they be? Those lower on the food chain always have disdain for those above them.
Oh no.
Tommy swallows and lowers his head.
And you are?
Oh yes. We have never been formally introduced, have we? I am Commander Rita Bandora of the Repulsa, but as of now you can call me Empress.
Like hell!
Tommy feels a rush of pain in his head as her voice rushes back into it, telling him that she is his ruler, that the Rangers are his enemy, but he fights it, holding his head and calling out as he struggles to maintain control. Trini rushes to his side as Jason looks back, Tommy now dropping to his knees.
Tommy, what's wrong?
I can hear her. That voice.
What's up with him?
Side effects.
No! No! You do not control me!
Tommy stands with a start and points up at Rita high above him.
No! The chip is gone! Your spell is broken! You'll pay for what you did to me, Pandora!
To the side of the Rangers, one of the infantry turns to another.
A spell? Wait, is she a witch?
I am so confused.
Indeed. A shame your fellow humans do not forgive as quickly as your new friends, but I am not here to reminisce on failure. I am here to take this battle to a whole new level.
The clouds begin to swirl as Rita calls out incantations.
Spirits of the ancient world, hear me. Give me your power. Bring back life to that which is worthy.
The Rangers and Army all call out in shock as she shoots something from her staff. The power traveling all the way down and into the wounded monster, bringing it back to full strength. A new arm forming from itself as it rises up and roars again.
Whoa.
Damn it! Could she always do that? Because I feel like she would have won by now if she had joined in on her own fights.
No, this is new. Seems she's learned some new tricks.
Open fire!
The commander calls out, the tanks now turning and aiming at the re-energized creature, firing everything they have. But as the smoke clears, it stands firm.
I have a shot on the alien, Commander.
Take it.
The hidden sniper fires, but before the bullet can find its mark, it is disintegrated in red light, inches away from Bandora's head. She smirks and then extends her staff back at the building the shot came from, firing a blast from it. The entire building is gone.
Sniper team, answer me. Call in.
You see what we mean? You need us!
The army and tanks fire again at the creature. And at first it keeps it back, but eventually the thing lashes out. The forces are hit, 4 people being sliced in half with one swing.
This is fun, but I had something bigger in mind.
She now raises her staff high into the air, lightning striking it from the dark clouds as she calls out,
Creatures, spirit of the earth, hear me. Give me your power. Do Nacht, jump, do. Now, make my monster grow.
Rita throws her staff, sending it flying down and into the ground, piercing it. The concrete cracks. And from it, a huge earthquake-like crack travels the ground, taking out everything in its path, including several of the military, until finally reaching the creature. The ground beneath it falls away. The thing is gone for only a moment, until the ground is shattered, a large hole forming as soldiers and tanks are sent flying. The Rangers only just able to clear the blast zone as the monster rises over 100 feet tall, towering over the buildings.
Holy shit.
Now do you believe us?
Rita now recalls the staff to her and grins.
Unlike Goldar, I play to win.
Jason looks up at the massive thing as it lunges a step forward, destroying another huge section of the military force.
Do what you have to do, General. We have a job to do.
The commander says nothing, not even to correct his rank, as Jason runs over to the others.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Zords?
Damn right.
Jason, Trini, Billy, and Zach now raise their hands into the air.
We call on the power of the Zords! Now! Tyrannosaurus Sword! Mastodon Zord!
Saber-toothed Tiger Zord.
Triceratops Zord!
One by one, they emerge from their hiding places and are teleported automatically to their pilots, who at once have themselves transported by Alpha directly into their cockpits.
See you up there?
Let's hope I still know how to play the song.
Jason nods to him and heads up into the Rex. Tommy runs and leaps with all his power onto a building above, almost opposite of Bandora, and brings his Dragon Dagger up to play.
Dragon Zord!
Deep under the Pacific Ocean, the black depths suddenly have light as red eyes and a circled chest plate flashes. Tommy opens a channel to the command center.
Alpha?
Tommy, so good to have you with us.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the Dragon Zord doesn't have that whole automatic teleport thing. You think you could maybe...
Of course. Checking the signal too. Huh. That's strange.
What?
Thought I picked up another Zord for a moment there. Yes, I have it. Teleporting now.
The Atlanta skyline now gains a 6th new landmark as the Dragon Zord appears in the green light next to the Mastodon, almost upon it.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
All right, coming aboard.
Teleporting you now, Tommy.
In seconds, Tommy is now in the control seat of his Zord, bringing it in to aid his new allies. The Dragon Zord swings its drill tail, but it is absorbed into the thing's chest and almost spits it back out. The other 4 Zords all fire their best power blasts. But even all of them combined don't seem to do enough damage. The monster swings at them with its liquid-like claws, slashing at the Triceratops to capsize it. Then at the Rex, to send it falling into the saber-toothed tiger, colliding with destructive consequences.
Okay, try these!
Tommy fires the Dragonzord's hand missiles. It is hit. The thing now starting to be slowed, but definitely still standing and coming for them.
Oh man, this thing can take a hit.
We need to do what we did on the ground. We need to work together. Combine our power.
Like the Megazord? You can't do that without Kim.
Maybe we can.
What?
I did some research earlier. We can make something just as powerful with the Dragonzord.
Wait, mine combines with yours too? That's sweet, dude.
Okay. How do we do it?
You're not needed for this mode, Jason.
Oh. Okay.
You can back us up.
So, how? Wait, I think I know.
Me too.
Told you you'd get used to it.
Okay, Billy, Trini, Zach, with me. Jason, keep that thing off of us. Forming Mega Dragon Sword thing now.
The Mastodon, Triceratops, and Tiger fall back as Jason engages the monster, getting its attention, and as the command is entered, the Dragonzord flies up and into the air. And much like the Megazord mode, the blue and yellow Zords become boots, the Mastodon becomes arms, and all form around the folding Dragonzord. The green Zord's shoulder plates folding inwards to form a new golden breastplate. As the old one detaches and flies away, the new chest plate, in the shape of Tommy's coin symbol. And as the arms and legs click into place on it, the Dragonzord's jaw drops down to reveal a humanoid face. Finally, the Dragonzord's original chest piece now combines with its detached tail to form a drill staff weapon. The newly formed combined Zord, walking forward to pick the staff up and aim it at their foe. Inside, the four Rangers are teleported into a new multi-station control room.
This is dope!
Whew, what do we call this one?
It was Billy's idea.
I don't know. Let's just say it's Dragonzord in battle mode.
Hell yeah. Let's do this.
The monster roars as it swats the Rex aside, sending it crashing through a nearby skyscraper. But the thing's attention is soon on the massive humanoid robot marching towards it. The Rangers aim the drill staff and charge, the creature slashing for them, but the drill activates and slices, forcing its way right through the limb until it reaches the main body. The left arm now gone, black liquid, almost like blood, raining down onto the street below. Rita watches from her rooftop, having fought off several more attempts on her life, and exhales in contempt.
Always with the new surprises.
The creature swings for them with its remaining limb, getting a good hit across the face and chest of the Zord.
Whoa! Full power to the drill! Let's finish this!
The monster charges for them again, but the newly dubbed Dragonzord battle mode rears back. The drill spinning, the Zord drives the staff into the black oozing flesh, drilling a hole straight through it. The creature letting out one final death cry before falling and self-destructing on the ground below.
Yeah! Yes!
Got it!
As the smoke clears, Rita sneers and shakes her head.
I will see you soon, Rangers.
And with that, teleports away. From the smoke and flame of the destroyed building, the Tyrannosaurus Zord emerges and roars as its victorious ally.
Alright guys, let's go!
Jason cries out as the Rex is hit with an airstrike from two fighter jets. the other Zord looking up to the sky just as they come down for a second pass, firing down at the combined Dragon Zord. Explosions on its chest sending the thing falling back.
They're firing on us. Like for real this time.
Yeah, and those aren't any tank shells. Even this thing can't take much more of them.
Jason swallows as he watches the jets fly up and then bank around to come down at them again.
We need to get out of here. Alpha, teleport us to safety. Now!
Engaging emergency beam out!
In flashes of light, the Zords fade away just as they came. Below, the commanding officer narrows his eyes at the sight, yelling down orders into his handheld radio.
Ceasefire! They're gone.
Orders, sir?
Begin emergency and rescue operations. They'll be back soon enough. And we'll be ready for them.
Which ones?
Both. Next time, no warnings.
Kimberly Hart did not sleep much that night, and when she did, it was filled with images of being the Pink Ranger, or not being, and the worst happening because of it. She can think of nothing else. Even so, she is not expecting who comes to call the next morning as her doorbell rings.
I got it!
Kimberly's eyes grow wide, as stood in her doorway is Tommy.
Hey, you, got time to talk?
A few minutes later, the two are sitting by the Hart's pool.
So, your mom doesn't know?
No, of course not. She'd flip. So would my dad. If he were here.
Yeah. I, don't think I'd be here if he was.
So?
Sorry. For what I did. For what I said on Friday.
I think Bug's who you need to apologize to.
Maybe. But listen, I don't know if you saw.
Of course I saw. I watched it all happen live. It killed me. But I'm happy you decided to join them. They need you right now. Without me...
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Your dad isn't around that much anymore, right?
Less, but...
Right. What I mean is, I want to do good. To be a ranger to make up for what happened, but... without you, it's not right. It's not the same.
Tommy...
Your dad doesn't need to know.
Until he hears my voice on the news.
So talk less. Whatever it takes, come back.
Tommy now reaches into his backpack and pulls out Kim's morpherant communicator.
I can't lie to him again.
You were fine with it before.
Yeah, but before was... I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe it's for the best.
Kim, please, the team needs you. I need you. Help me work this out. Help me find who I am again.
Kimberly exhales, sitting back and running her hands through her hair.
Do they know you're here?
Are you kidding? They talked me into coming to talk to you. Trini and Jason wanted to come, but these cross-state visits are starting to gain a little bit of suspicion, and they thought it'd be better coming from me.
Okay. But only when we really, really need to. I can't get grounded again. I want a life too.
Deal.
Tommy smiles and hands her the devices.
Hide them somewhere safe where he won't find them, yeah?
Tommy stands and heads to walk towards the gate to leave.
Everyone's meeting at the center later. See you there, I guess?
Tommy, what about us?
I need to find out who I am first. Then after that, maybe.
I'll take maybe.
You'd actually go back to that? After everything?
That wasn't you. This is you.
A few hours later, the Rangers now all stand as one in the command center.
Kimberly, I'm glad that you could join us. Your father...
Forget him, I can handle it.
Very well. This is truly a momentous occasion. The 6 warriors promised, finally together as one. The prophecy has been fulfilled. I would like to take this time to officially welcome Tommy to the team.
Thanks. I know my powers won't last, which means I can't always be there. And I know I have a lot to answer for. But I hope that no matter what happens, I can be a force for good, to try to make it right. Even if that means turning myself in.
That's not going to happen. Jace? I thought about it. And after what happened yesterday, We tried to be reasonable. We saved them and they shot at us for it. Nothing good will come of taking that deal.
Agreed.
But won't that make doing what we do harder?
Yeah, but we didn't sign up for this for it to be easy.
Jason now looks over to Tommy and Kimberly.
I'm happy you're both here. We're going to need you. But more than that, you're Rangers. Both of you.
Tommy smiles back at him in thanks.
So, we fight. No matter how hard it gets. No matter what gets in our way. This is who we are.
Jason puts his hand forward in the middle of the group.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Tommy nods and places his hand on Jason's. Trini then adds hers.
Together.
No matter what.
Till the end.
The final person to add their hand to the pile is Zach.
6 against the whole Empire? They don't stand a chance.
Zach chuckles as he adds his hand, the group all looking around at each other and smile warmly, taking in this moment. They then all as one throw their hands up and yell,
Power Rangers!
I too have one question. What happened to Bandora?
Back in Atlanta, Georgia, emergency workers are still working to help and recover victims of the recent attack. From a large chunk of rubble, a firefighter pulls free a beautiful, tall, dark-haired Asian woman.
You okay, miss?
Bandora smiles.
I will be.